Hi, DVC fan. Paul and Amy here, and we are at Disney Springs today on July 2nd, getting ready to check out the Flavors of Florida event. And it runs from now until August 13th. And basically what it is different menu items on restaurants throughout Disney Springs that highlight Florida's best flavors. So table service restaurants, quick service, and even some of the kiosks. We're really excited to take you along and show you and taste some of these dishes.
Yeah, for sure. If you love this content that we have on DVC Fan, please show some love for our sponsors over at World of DVC. DVC Resale Market, where you can buy or sell a Disney Vacation Club contract. DVC Rental Store, where if you're looking to try before you buy, rent some points or rent out your own points, they'll be able to help you. And Monera Financial, who will be able to help you finance that Disney Vacation Club purchase. But it is hot out here in the sun and we are hungry, so we are gonna go find some food.
Our first stop is Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar, and we are here to try the Florida Shrimp Tacos. This is going to be Florida Jerk Marinated Gulf Shrimp, a watermelon and avocado pico de gallo, jalapenos, and then it's served on corn tortilla with lime. And I think Paul also got a drink, but I'll let him tell you about that when he gets it. But we're really excited. They look very good. We just ordered it. It's very beautiful out here. I did not know that there was a large deck with a lot of seating. There's a lot of fans, so it's nice and cool, and we're right on the water.
All right, so it is way too hot out here to not get something light and refreshing to drink. So we ended up going with the Florida Mule here at Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar. This is made with Florida Cane Orlando Orange Vodka, ginger beer, orange juice, and simple syrup. Overall, for a Moscow Mule, it is very light and refreshing. I think all of the orange going on really kind of cuts through that ginger beer, so it makes it not as pungent or as like potent as it normally is in like a mule or a traditional mule or something like that. So really refreshing and perfect for this hot day.
We just finished the tacos. I thought that they were very fresh, very flavorful. They were a little bit small. There were some sliced jalapenos on top. I took those off. I let Paul eat those because, you know, I have a sensitive stomach. But just so you know, they are just a little spicy. Even taking that off, there was some chopped up jalapeno inside. But for me, it was just enough. And I love the flavors. The one thing we did notice about here, and we'll have to see if it's true everywhere else, is that the Flavors of Florida items do not have a price listed on the menu. So we'll have to wait until we get our bill before we can tell you how much those cost.
All right, next up on our Florida fresh what's it called?
Flavors of Florida.
Flavors of Florida. We found this cool brochure actually in Pizza Ponte, which is what is up next for our tour today. But it has pictures of all of the various dishes
that are huge, actually. Like, it's multiple pages. So if you are coming to experience the Flavors of Florida, definitely grab one of these because there's good descriptions and photos in it for everything.
Yeah, so Pizza Ponte, we had pizza. First thing I will say about this pizza, extremely reasonable. So Pizza Ponte, it was like $9 for a piece of pizza the size of our head.
Yeah, I think it was $8.75. $8.75 and it was and it was huge. And all of their pizza slices in there are between like $7.50 and $8.75. There was a kid in there eating one of those giant pepperoni triangles, and it was the size of the child. So that is a good value. I think you could take your family there, get some pizza. It is a little heavy, but if you're hungry, it was pretty good.
Yeah, they warned me actually when I was purchasing it that it was a little bit spicy. There is a little bit of spice from some peppers that are actually on this pizza, but the Florida flavor that they're injecting into this is some local honey, which kind of, I felt like moved to the center of the pizza, obviously because of how big it was. They kind of just maybe drizzled some on in the center of the pizza, but I think it helped cut through that spice a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't think it was spicy at all. And I'm very sensitive to spice. So it was very good. It had some sort of like salami, chili, and I think it had basil in it as well. It's not listed on here, but it looks like it's on the picture. Ours was kind of like baked into it. Overall, I thought it was pretty good.
All right, first and foremost, there's no background music or boombox in my backpack. That's STK across the way in case that's being picked up by our mic. But while we were in the area, we decided to grab something sweet at the ganachery. So at the ganachery, they have the honey lavender square, which is ganache square flavored with honey, lavender, and enrobed in dark chocolate. It was $3. And honestly, I felt it was very light and flavorful. And I think that's kind of the theme with a lot of these Florida menu items. It was extremely light. There was that little hint of lavender that was in there, but overall, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I liked it. There was no overpowering flavors. I love dark chocolate. $3. That's the price of all their little chocolate squares. So it's a little pricey for how small of a piece of chocolate it is, but it is kind of like a gourmet, decorated piece of chocolate. It was very pretty with a bee on top. But we enjoyed it. I liked it.
They also have a key lime pop in there as well. We didn't try it, but I grabbed some video footage of it. So a little bit more money, but also continuing that Florida flavor though. But yeah, nice little sweet treat to kind of get us through the midway point of our tour here. Keep in mind, we're just kind of going to places that are easy to get into today. There are a lot of the sit-down restaurants here throughout Disney Springs that are featuring various dishes for the Florida Flavors Festival. And hopefully we'll get to try some of those over the next month and a half as this goes on. So I think we're going to head down to Yasaki next and get a poke bowl that they have that's a special. So we'll see you over there. All right, so scratch on Yasaki. They did not have mandarin oranges, so they're not quite ready yet for the Florida Fresh menu. They said they would have them in stock tomorrow, though. So we are actually going to head over to Polite Pig now and see what they have to offer. But if you did get to try the poke bowl over there, please leave a comment down below and let us know what you thought.
We're at Polite Pig, and we just had the Key West pink shrimp ceviche, and it was one of the more expensive ones that we've tried today. It was $20. We did get an annual pass or I think DVC discount. It was a 10% discount, so that made it $18. Polite Pig is kind of quick service, but you order and then you sit down and you have a server that comes around to assist you. So you do also add a tip when you go and check out if you should choose to. So, 15 to 20% also on top of that. It was one of the larger looking, more like an entree, and visually it was absolutely beautiful. So it was shrimp, smoked melons, and shishito peppers, local tomato vinaigrette. There was corn and drizzle of honey. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. I did not like the dish at all. The shrimp, although they were huge, I love big shrimp. They were, it was cold because the ceviche is cold. They were very smoky. Like it had a very intense smoke flavor. And I like the smoke flavor to a point with barbecue and hot, smoked meats. But to me, on cold shrimp, it just did not do it for me.
From the first bite, I kind of knew that was going to be Amy's reaction to this dish, just because of her experience with like smokiness. We have a Traeger at home, so if I smoke something too long on the Traeger, it's basically not a flavor profile that she really enjoys. I enjoyed it. I love most shrimp dishes, cold shrimp dishes, shrimp cocktail, ceviche, all of that. So it was definitely up my alley. A lot of fresh flavors going on here with the corn and the grilled watermelon that's on there as well. The only part that I can't get over is the cost, really. So this is probably the most expensive dish that we've had today. And it is essentially at what we would consider like a quicker service type dining establishment. So kind of a little bit more on the pricey side. If you go back to Pizza Ponte, you could get 2 of those giant slices of pizza for the same price that we paid for this dish. So that's my only negative, but overall I did enjoy it.
All right, another reason that you should go and get one of these really awesome cardstock pamphlets for Flavors of Florida is because it makes a really good fan. And it is in the 90s out here, so this works really well. So follow me for more Disney hacks. We're at the Spice and Tea Exchange, and they have a little tea bar in the corner, which is where they had our next Flavors of Florida, which was the Florida Sunshine Tea. It is basically a floral and citrus flavored tea, and you can also get a lot of different sweeteners if you would like sugar. We did a little bit of honey in ours, and that's all we had, but they also have like peach flavors and stuff like that, or you can just have it completely unsweetened. The tea was $5.49. I did not know that the sweetener cost extra. So she asked what kind of sweetener we would want, and we chose just a little bit of honey. We did pay an extra 35 cents for that honey, but not too bad of an extra. But I like that you can make it as sweet or as not sweet as you want. Paul and I are used to drinking unsweet tea, so this is just perfect. It didn't really say what type of tea it was. It looks kind of like a green tea, but it's more of like a floral citrus. The citrus is more of like an aftertaste, but it is refreshing. Excuse me. It has a great flavor, and I thought it was a good price for as big of a cup of tea it is, and it's perfect for this hot day.
What was the best thing you ate today?
Oh goodness, the shrimp tacos at Jock Lindsay's. I thought that they were. I love tacos. They were fresh. The ingredients just worked really well together. And I love the setting. I love sitting on that deck outside, and it was nice and cool, and I just really enjoyed that. That was my favorite.
I will go with the pizza from Pizza Ponte. Just a pleasant surprise, really. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was, as big of a slice of pizza that it was, and to also be able to inject some of that Florida flavor into pizza. It's just not what you think of when you think of like flavors of Florida or something like that. I'm also still really enjoying this tea. I know I didn't mention it earlier, but the Florida Sunshine tea here at the Tea and Spice
And tea exchange.
Something like that. Those two words in some combination, I think it was. But very refreshing, especially on this very hot day. And I know I mentioned this before, but that's kind of the theme of this Florida Fresh menu, is that it's very light dishes.
I had to laugh because you've called it something different almost every time.
What is Florida Fresh?
Flavors of
Flavors
Florida.
of Florida, Florida Fresh.
There is something called Florida Fresh.
Citrusy Florida yumminess. I don't know. It's good. All of it's good. I think we're excited to come back and try some more dishes throughout this. It is running until August 13th.
Yes, I really want to try some of the sit-down restaurants, particularly Frontera Cocina has a, was it a ceviche or something similar, or was it a cocktail, a shrimp cocktail. It looked really good with avocado and all that stuff. And Boathouse has a dish. So really excited to try some more. Yeah, and it goes until August 13th.
Yeah, so if you're here this summer, definitely come to Disney Springs, check out these amazing menus, pick up that wonderful guide that can also double as a fan apparently, and you won't be disappointed, I think, with most of the options that you have here. So that's going to do it from Disney Springs today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also follow us on dvcfan.com and within the DVC Fan Facebook group. This was a little bit of a different video for us, just trying out some stuff around Disney Springs, but it's still very relevant to all Disney Vacation Club members because you're going to come on vacation here and you're going to need some food or need some hydration on a hot day like this. So we hope you enjoyed, and we will see you all next time.